Hello and welcome to Cars at 100. And on today's review we're gonna look at this 2015 Porsche 911 GT3. We're gonna look at this car from the outside, check this car on the inside, and take this car on a ride. So let's not waste any more time and let's jump into this review. Okay, let's start from the outside of this Porsche 911 GT3. As you can see, this car is in this very beautiful design. As you can see, these iconic headlights by Porsche never have been changed since very classic back in the day Porsche's 911s. And this badge is very special to many people out there. It's the best quality in terms of the racing, in terms of everything, in terms of sportiness, performance, and everything associated with unique style of sport in this racing, machine. This Porsche 911 GT3 is a very good raw all-around race car, supercar, and it's like a race car for the road basically. As we see, this is a very low to the ground. As you can see, it's a very sporty, very stiff car. You have these accents. This is GT3 accents. You can also get GT3 RS if you want to go hardcore, with slits over here to transfer the heat from the aerodynamics, and aerodynamics really pushes this car down. Even this car is very much tuned for the very good track lap times. As you can see here, these are center lock rims. Why they're center lock is for the ease to replace them, ease to exchanging them, and this car is a track toy. As you can see here, this is a very big brake kit on this Porsche, and it looks very nice with this Bridgestone Potenza S001 tires, which measure 245/35 are 20-inch rims up front. And as we go here, this is where the most meat is. 305/30 ZR 20-inch rims in the back as well. Also with the same rubber, very sticky tires. This car sits on the road, glued to the road, ready to pounce and rip to 9,000 RPM, which I will show you in a little bit. As we go around, you have this very beautiful silhouette here. This is very iconic for a lot of Porsche enthusiasts, and Porsches back in the day, all of them have had this design. As we go around, we have this wing specific only for the GT3 cars. As you can see, this is a 3.8 liter boxer engine, 6-cylinder, that produces 475 horsepower and weighs under 3,200 pounds. We have this center exhaust with two pipes that sounds incredible. These taillights, as you can see, are LED. They are beautiful. You have this center exhaust vent because this is the rear-mounted rear engine, not mid-engine, not front engine. This is a rear engine, rear-wheel drive sports car. The only one on the market that has engine in the back. True distribution of weight goes to the rear tires, and it sits on these tires, and that's why it has a great traction. There are no fake vents on this Porsche. And as we go around, this is a very beautiful side door mounted side mirrors. Overall, I would say it is the car that very much shows you the performance and what the performance is all about. Everybody tries to benchmark this car, how good this car is in terms of the performance, and everybody tries to be as good as Porsche GT3. Okay, now let's see this front, the front trunk. As you can see here, it's got to be a lever, which you open it like this, and to our surprise, this is quite large. Look how deep this front is. You can have groceries stacked up here. How much groceries can you take, right? There's a lot of groceries here, and it's incredible. And you have your fluids up front. This is your suspension here, the windshield fluid, and your coolant or something here, I think. But you have to take this off, and you still have the release. As you can see here, GT3 3.8 and you have real carbon fiber here. You have the coolant here, and you have engine oil. Porsche recommends Model 1. Let's check out this car on the inside. As you can see, this side doors, side sills on this Porsche is very sporty. These are long doors, also very unique, very classic feel. You have the GT3 logo on the side sill. Entrance is not that big. You have this side sill that you can step over. As you can see, you sit very low. This is the floor, and this is the floor. This is the asphalt here, and you sit very low. You can lower the seat. This is the lowest position. You sit very low. You have bolstering that is quite large. As you can see, bolstering up top as well. And you have this very unique design in these seats. GT3 logo up top. You have Alcantara in the middle. You have leather on the side. You have Alcantara on your steering wheel. You have this brushed aluminum feel for the dashboard and surroundings in terms of the trim. You have still luxury feeling double stitching here and Alcantara on the side doors as well. And to tell you the truth, there is some storage here, not a lot of storage. This car doesn't have to be practical. This is a toy that you can use for 2 days or maybe more. And if we jump inside, this is why this is raised on this side only. And when you sit in this car feels very special. You have speedometer right in front of you. You have GT3 logo there. You have the steering wheel. Nothing extra on the steering wheel. All you see is the logo, badge, leather in the middle, and you have Alcantara with a 12 o'clock up top, and it feels very special. Overall, everything is here at your fingertips, and small buttons, which I will show you in more detail. So now we are sitting behind the steering wheel, behind the wheel of this incredible 911 GT3, and you know, it's really special. When you say some cars are special when you drive them, this thing really gives you that feedback, because you know the history, you know the quality behind Porsche cars, and you really appreciate that because they put so much thought and engineering into these cars. And as you can see here, you have the very thick steering wheel, not as thick as I was thinking through the videos, through the pictures, and it looks bigger than in real life. You have this accents here. Everything looks minimalistic, small. It doesn't look big. Vents are quite small. You have very interesting design on the stitching. You have vents here. You have speakers all around the car. You still have some you know, creature comforts here, and you have sport button here. PDK Sport is the button that makes this car feel more special when you drive it. The exhaust you can make louder as well here, and this car makes it seem like you are driving something incredible, some supercar that has a lot of history. Let's take this thing on the road and see what this car is all about. Okay guys, now we're gonna take a ride in this very track focused 911 GT3. So first impression, you sit in this car, it's a very raw steering wheel, very precise. All your inputs are right there. You sit right on the chassis of this car. You feel the exhaust, you hear the exhaust, everything you feel through your seat. Seats hug you very much. These are very much racing seats. When you drive this thing, this is very fast in terms of the, you know, inputs that it gives you. The first impression is the inputs. It's glued to the road. You feel everything in terms of the, you know, how the road connects to you through the suspension. Suspension in these Porsches, incredible. The transmission goes automatically through the manual or automatic modes. It's no problem. So car is very intuitive. This PDK is one of the best. Suspension is really rough right now. Even if it's not as fast as anything else on the road, there are other cars by McLaren or some other cars that could beat this car even on in terms of the lap times. Still, the rawness and the suspension feedback that Porsche gives you is unparalleled. And generally speaking, these cars for those enthusiasts who really want a driver's supercar. This is a driver's track supercar. This is not everyday supercar, even though you can use it. And the way it directs its feedback to the driver is incredible. And you sit so low to the road, you feel like this car is very fast. And those speeds are not exceeding crazy amounts, and at the same time you still enjoy it. And this is what I like about this car. The best impression about this car, I would say, is how much feedback it gives me. You don't have to use this car every day. This is a very good weekend toy. It is not as intimidating as for example GT3 RS, which is the most powerful 911 Porsche makes, but still this car is more of a raw track car, and it really shows. And I really like these gauges, this layout. Start mechanism is on the left because of the old Le Mans cars back in the day, because you had to start the car first and jump into the car. You had to start the race from outside of the car, running to your car. And Porsche harkens back to this incredible classic feel and idea, and Porsche is still rooted in this classic iconic ways. I hope you enjoyed today's review of this incredible 2015 Porsche 911 GT3. If you have any questions about this particular car, please leave a comment and I will get back to you. And I'll see you next time. Stay loving cars.